Guys, today we're going to talk to you about the swing guide. It's been around and a staple of so many people's training programs for so long. You put the swing guide on just about 1.5 inches above the bottom of the grip, and you make sure that the line, when you look through the line, you can see the leading edge of the golf club. That makes sure it's square. You can also adjust it depending on if you want to work on the face angle, so you can rotate it to the left if you want to work on a slightly more closed face, or rotate it to the right if you want to work on an open face. But today, what we're going to talk about is when you set up, most people used to use the swing guide, which was like, put it on as early as you can, keep it on, and then somehow try not to miss the golf ball. But what we're going to show you is, we want you to just take your normal backswing, and it should just barely touch. And then in the transition, we want to see how quickly we can get away from the swing guide. So you're going to go to the top, and in this transition, you're making sure you're getting your forearm away from the swing guide so that when you rotate, you're able to stabilize the face. So let's see what that would look like. So you go to the top, barely touch, move it away, and then hit. And that's a way more effective way to use the swing guide than hinge to the top, profile like it was 1995.
Zach, what's this training again?
Wrist angles and face awareness.
Wrist angles and face awareness. Okay, cool. If you're a golfer that wants to use a swing guide to train wrist angles and club face awareness, it should come with a warning. And the warning should say this: there's no such thing as muscle memory. If you believe that you can do repetition after repetition with this device to train your golf swing, you're wrong. You need to inject some form of variability into your practice. And this is how. This is how to effectively use the swing guide to train movements. We can see that I've already set up my practice plan for the next 8 balls. So I have a pyramid of 5 balls here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit these 5 balls, one practice swing, using the swing guide to get me in the correct position. And then I'm gonna hit one shot. And then I'll repeat that 5 times. Once I've done 5 reps, I'm gonna put the club down and I'm gonna use these 3 balls without the guidance device. And my goal is to take the feedback that I've been getting from the guidance device and now try and transfer it into hitting these 3 shots. Planning your practice in this way and injecting variability will help you retain the movements that the training aid is guiding you to learn. It's not actually teaching you. When you're doing the learning is when you actually remove the training aid and try and recreate the same feels.
Just to recap on the swing guide, the goal isn't to put it on and keep it on the whole time. The goal is to use this as a feedback device that allows you to know, are you creating the desirable movement pattern from the top of the backswing to left arm parallel to the ground. So you're gonna go to the top, and what we wanna do is we wanna feel like the swing guide comes off, because that's gonna allow our wrist to go into flexion, allow us to control the club face, and then from this position, we're gonna be able to rotate. If we were keeping the swing guide on the entire time, the club face would be opening, we would be getting narrow, and there would have to be some sort of compensation at the ball. So again, the swing guide's a great device if used correctly. If used incorrectly, you could possibly be training a flawed pattern.